All right, so about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I was out fishing with a friend of mine named Larry. Shout out to Larry if you're watching this. How you doing, man? He pulled out this contraption right here. It was, the sun was just going down and the bugs were starting to get bad. And he said, I got a Thermacell. I'm gonna crank it on. I was like, what the heck's a Thermacell? Well, this is what he had. And he turned this thing on and heard some clicking, put it on the floor of the boat. 20 minutes, the bugs were gone. No mosquitoes. It was amazing. And I think probably the very next day or the day after, I went and got my own. And so those of you who have spent any time in the outdoors have probably heard of these Thermacells, they're called. Essentially what it is there's a chemical pad on here, and it uses butane to heat an element, and it just disperses this chemical in here. They have these little Thermacell proprietary butane cartridges, and actually I have a video how to refill these things. It's actually pretty easy. Save a lot of money when you buy bulk butane and refill those. But at any rate, that fits inside of here, just screws in here, and then you get the refillable pads that you can put in here, and they last you know, about 3 to 4 hours. You can kind of flip them around and use the other side or whatnot. They work really great. They're, you know, 20 bucks, pretty cheap. The refills are, they usually get you with the refills, those cost a little more. I don't know what the going rate is on these. I just have a whole pile of them. But at any rate, one of the downsides I found to this is, you know, to start it, you know, you turn it on, let the butane flow, and then you hit this igniter button. And they have a little viewing window in here, and you can see there's a little orange light in there. I'll put that up there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not, but and then you just set it on the ground, and in about 15 minutes you'll start seeing little puffs of smoke and maybe some just a little bit of a hint of a smell, just to let you know that it's there and going. And I swear it's like magic. The mosquitoes are gone. So yeah, I have had one in my boat, you know, the last 10 years for sure, and I won't go fishing without my Thermacell, because we fish, you know, in the evening hours, you know, when the sun's going down, dark, and the bugs are at their worst at that point. So yeah, it's whether you get what I'm showing here or you get one of these, just have a Thermacell. They're highly recommended. At any rate, what I want to show you is Thermacell has a new version. Now, what happens is you leave these on, you know, you go to different spots here and there, you leave them on, and your fuel burns out. So you're actually wasting a lot of it if you forget to turn this off. You know, there's times you're using it, you really don't need it. So when I saw what Thermacell has out now, it really got my attention. And here, this is the technology isn't new. However, this model here is. This is the EX90, I believe it is. And what it is it's battery powered. It's rechargeable. So you just plug it into USB, recharge it, and there's a heating element that the battery juices up, and it actually uses a liquid fuel, or liquid chemical. And you buy these as your refills versus the chemical pads. And these last approximately, I think they say 40 hours. One of these will last 40 hours. I think they sell different sizes, but the sizes I bought were 40 hours. And what that does is that it just fits right inside of here and clips on, and there you go. So to turn it on, you just hit this button here. You get a ascending signal sound letting you know it's on, and you see that those lights going around in circles, that's showing you that it's warming up. And that takes about 15 minutes, just like the other one, about 15 minutes. When that stops going around, it's ready to go, and it's going to start dispersing that chemical out of the top here, almost like a little chimney or smokestack on the back side of that. So what I found, I've had this out for a few times now, and it works just as well as the other one. Mosquitoes are gone, but there's no smell and very little faint smoke, hardly even noticeable. So it's hard to trust this if you've never used it before, but you have to trust that it's working even though you have no idea that it's working, because there's no real, other than the lights flashing or whatever, you really don't know that it's working. So like I said, for people who have not used one, it's hard to trust it, but you got to trust it. And the way you know it's working is if you run out of fuel or you just shut it off, all of a sudden you notice there's mosquitoes again. And to me, that's the way to really tell how this is working, is when it's off, not really when it's on, because when it's on, you don't even realize it's working because the bugs aren't, bothering you. But at any rate, yeah. So I noticed one of the cons of this is the price. That the price is really going to scare a lot of people away. And for me, I'm out, 3, 4, 5 times a week, at night. So it's an easy purchase for me. The unit itself is $40 to $50, and then depending on the size of the packs you buy, for example, I bought this one here, this 120-hour refill. So there's 3 40-hour refills in there, and that was another $50. So I'm in $100, but this will take me through a good part of the season, maybe even throughout the whole season, depending how bad the bugs are. And that's an easy $100. What you need to ask yourself, if you're out in the water or in the woods, camping, whatever, wherever you are, and just say to yourself, if you're getting bit up by bugs and you're just having a really hard time with them, just ask yourself, man, I'd give $100 to not have the mosquitoes bothering me, and that's the way I look at it. It's an easy $100 for me. I've spent a lot worse things on $100. So at any rate, that is the Thermacell EX90, and they do have other versions of this rechargeable model available as well. I just preferred this one because it's the newest on the market, and it's got the longest battery, which I didn't mention. I think it lasts 9 to 10 hours per charge. So, and there's a little port on the front here. This rubber cover is one of the things I kind of don't like about it. It's a little fidgety. I don't know if they try to keep it waterproof or whatnot, but I don't really like it, to be honest with you. So I think they could have designed that a little bit differently. And it's also a 2.0 port. So I would have liked to see a 3.0 port on there, just because everything's using that. And I kind of want to get rid of my 2.0 cords and chargers, but I can't because some of these newer things are coming out with them. So yeah, like I said, this thing here it's fidgety at best. So thankfully you're not pulling that in and out a lot, but you see there is a red light on here. That's showing that the battery is getting low. So that'll need a recharge. I think there's 3 or 4 LEDs showing the battery percentage on there. Also, I did see it does have an auto shut off as well. So after 2 hours, it'll just shut down, which is kind of nice. It's kind of a pain. You have to turn it back on again, but it's also nice that you're gonna, not forget it on and waste your fuel. And that happens a lot, trust me. So you see, it just went from spinning to 4 solid LEDs, and I can see from the back side here, I do see a little smoke coming out of here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there is a little bit of smoke coming out of there now. So that's another indication that it's working. It comes with a wrist strap and a carabiner clip, so you could hang it up, in a little area or campsite. What you want to do with this is you want to set it in a radius around, the people needing it. So for example, in this boat, I'll just set it in the middle of the boat, and I think it's got, I should probably look at prices on here. It's like a 20-foot radius. I don't have that information. It's on the box over there somewhere. But anyway, that is the Thermacell. I highly recommend it. And again, I would not go fishing, especially on a river at night, without the Thermacell. And then to shut it off, you just hold this, and you'll get a descending tone, and everything will just shut off. So really easy. Turn it back on, turn it off. Yeah, that's the Thermacell EX90. I'll put a link in the description. You can check it out, the exact one that I'm showing here. Also the refills as well, the 120-hour refill. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the river.